Hi, how are you? Wanted to have like a little meeting with you guys quick and ask you a few questions about your preferences. Can you hear me well? Do you need a few minutes or is everybody here that wants to talk? Okay, I gotta ask you guys a few questions first and see what your opinion is on this. Okay, first off, I need to know, do you enjoy talking to me? Is this something you like to do or do you feel like you have to? Because you don't have to do this and I don't want you to feel like you have to do it. I enjoy talking to you, but I don't want to be bothering you either. Do you think I turn the box on too much or not enough? Would you want me to do this more or less? I just pause in between to make sure everyone can answer who wants to answer. Another question I wanted to know is, do you operate on a higher frequency than me? Is, is your realm faster than mine? When I talk, does my voice sound normal? Or does it sound fast or slow? Or is it normal? I wanted to know too, it seems like when you answer me, when I ask a question and you answer, there's a bit of a delay sometimes. Is that because of the different like speeds that each of our realms are on? Or is it just take time to get your words through the box? When I decide to turn the box on, am I like interrupting your life? Like, are you in the middle of doing something and all of a sudden you hear me talking? Is it an interruption? The other day I didn't hear Chief. I like almost always hear Chief. Is Chief okay? Or was he just away doing something else? Or was he there and I just didn't notice? Chief, were you visiting like loved ones the other day? It was just a strong feeling I had. Do you go visit your children or family? Do you know what fell down in the other room just a minute ago? I heard something fall down. Do you know what it was? Is the piece of wood that fell down from a shelf. Right before I turned the spirit box on, I had this piece of wood like this on a shelf with a trinket box in front of it. I had moved the trinket box and then had sat down to do the spirit box session. Obviously moving the trinket box caused this wood to slowly slip and fall off the shelf, hit a desk below, and land on the floor. So, Chief, you were right. It was a piece of wood that had fallen. And thank you. That is pretty cool. Another lesson learned, I guess. Seems like you guys can see through walls or see vast amount of things all at once. Chief and Jane, do you come from the same realm or frequency as some of the others? No, it's for people being stuck. Are they only stuck because they made themselves stuck? Can they, if they truly wanted, could they relax, open up, and be able to travel amongst other places? Are they holding themselves back? Chief and Jane, do you come from a higher realm of something more special? Because that's what it feels like. Are you from a better or higher dimension? Because your mere presence can be felt physically inside of me. How many of these dimensions are there? I thought I heard the word or the number 13. Is there more or less that you're aware of? Or is 13 the correct number? I want to ask again, do you mind me doing these sessions? Would you like me to do more of them, less of them, or the same? Talking about the box. Do you want me to turn it on more, less, or the same amount of time? If I call your name out, can you hear me no matter where you are? If I would call for Chief and I called out his name, would he be able to hear me no matter where he is? Would you say that would this go for all people living in bodies that are missing one of their family that passed away, that their deceased family can hear them when they speak of them, when they pray for them? Can their deceased family members hear that? Just like you said you can hear me call for you? Do you think, now listen to me on this one before we answer. Would you want to be like actively participating and living in this dimension if we could bridge that gap? Or would you rather just be an observer and occasionally speak to like me, but have your own dimension in your own lives? Would you, if you could, would you want to transfer back and forth? If you could come in physically into this realm and leave this realm, would that be something you'd like? If there was a bridge and all you had to do was walk over that bridge, you could either be sitting physically next to me right now and then get up and go back to your side. Would you want that? Would you like your side and our side connected together and coexisting? Is that something you would like? Okay. I guess we're going to end it for today. And looks like we've got someone at my door.